romantic relationships. I'm not necessarily referring to the characters and actors in the movie The Notebook or other Nicholas Sparks written novels. I'm referring to realistic romantic relationships and the characteristics of people in these relationships, the behavior of the people in the relationships, and what differentiates them from unhealthy relationships. It's clear to say that a romantic relationship isn't like a one-time fling. The intentions of people seeking romantic relationships or getting into them is typically to have something more stable and durable, and perhaps lead to things such as long-term relationships or even marriage. Within these relationships, there is great commitment, and this causes some stability and durability within the relationship. These relationships are also defined by the comfort and security that the commitment brings about to the individuals. A couple engaging in a romantic relationship may not benefit from playing games like telephone, where people give out information and then another person translates the information or adds on something, takes away something. So at the end of the day, the information that gets to the last person is typically not very reliable or very true. So excellent communication is very important, because listening and seeking understanding is going to really help couples versus them finding out information that they didn't know through other sources. And there will also be interventions to help improve communication later throughout the slides. Apart from communication, honesty and loyalty present are very important, being that it's basically an extension of communication, and the partners can talk about very difficult things regardless if they may think it can anger the other partner. This will help the communication as well by not having any hidden information. Respect. I'm not really talking about the RESPCT song, but I guess you can say that as well. And very important, being that regardless of one's own emotions and reasoning, one has to make their own conscious decision to respect their partner, so that it doesn't lead to them engaging in emotionally or physically abusive behavior that brings about a lot more issues in a relationship. Companionship is another characteristic that is relevant in romantic relationships. This is where couples spend time together and get to know each other better, trust one another, and sexual desires arise in this area as well. So sometimes people that are just interested in the temporary and crazy passion involved, because they think it's not going to last, tend to just want a companionship separately with no romantic relationship involved, so that there's no hurt and pain, although it is a myth that this passion can be very temporary. It can translate and even evolve within the relationship. Communal orientation and selflessness is also another characteristic, and researchers have said that this can help maintain intimacy in couples by showing the other person in the relationship how much you care for them and how you can be selfless by setting your interests aside. Compromise is also very important. In compromising, you sacrifice some things for the other person, which is also part of being selfless. And by doing so, this maintains the balance of power amongst couples. That way there's no argumentation and other negative aspects that may be involved within one person having more power in the relationship.